Before we begin, I'd like to explain why this video came late. I was working on Gaming Horrors in the Dimension of Spookiness 2025, and the game I decided to review there is Ghostbusters on the Sega Genesis. And I also ordered a prop for that video, the Proton Pack. Yeah, it's one of the toy versions. And of course, I was focusing on recording game footage for that video, and it was the first time I ever played it, so you're kind of not so good when you're playing a game for the first time, so you have to make sure the difficulty isn't too hard or too easy. You have to make sure the difficulty is too right, and I was also focusing on animating some of the ghosts, the video game ghosts, which is an idea inspired by Console Wars, by the way. Yeah, video game ghosts. And like I said, the idea is inspired by Console Wars, and I even have a big ghost, well, a destructor type ghost in the video, but I'm not going to spoil it to you guys. It's a character from an infamous Sega CD game that just so happens to be a platformer. So yeah, that's the hint. You'll have to watch the video when it's finished to find out yourselves. But anyways, on to the video. Greetings, NASCAR enjoyers, and welcome to the Talladega, everyone. First up is the 2025 United Rentals 250. This year's United Rentals 250 begins with Jesse Love slowly but surely jumping to the lead. Ah, crap. One driver has radio issues. Again with the radio issues. Yeah, it sucks when your radio doesn't work because you have to talk to your crew chief and be able to talk to your spotter. It's important. Even on lap 13, Jesse Love continues to lead and he blocks both lanes. Yeah, it's a tactic that he learned from Austin Hill. Kind of a dirty tactic, by the way. And just like that, a huge wreck causes the first caution of the day. Poor Sheldon Creed and Brendan Jones got taken out in the wreck, and not even Jeb Burton is safe. Holy crapper! A total of 10 cars were involved in that huge wreck. Wow. Because of that insane wreck, the race gets red flagged. Even Ryan Sieg got involved, and he's one of the drivers that I wanted to see make his comeback. I'm hoping that he does better at Martinsville. Cleanup was done quicker than expected, and the race goes back to yellow. Yeah, I wasn't expecting cleanup to be done so quickly, given that the Kart World Series race in Michigan took 2 hours to clean up, and it took a really long time to clean up. And if you have wrecks that happen at high speeds, you expect cleanup to be done in an hour or two. Not within like 15 to 30 minutes, but I guess it's Talladega, so what do you expect? Several drivers come down to pit road during caution. No race off pit road this time. The caution ends with Nick Sanchez and Austin Hill battling for the lead. You gotta be kidding me. Jesse Love took second, and Zillage is in third. Holy crapper! He's in front! Zillage is now in second. It's close, but Austin Hill wins the first stage of the 2025 United Rentals 250. Yeah, I had to rewind the race because I was at a bookstore in Halifax just to see that. Yeah, it makes me wish I haven't seen it at all, because I really don't like seeing Austin Hill win. Several drivers take the risk to go to pit road during the stage caution. This time, Josh Williams wins the race off pit road. The second stage begins with DT jumping to the lead, though he won't stay in the lead for long as Jesse Love took the lead away from him. Zillage also jumped up to second until he lost second to his teammate Sammy Smith. So far, not much is going on, and the battle continues. Sammy Smith is just right on his tail. Jesse Love be like, finally, a worthy opponent. Our battle will be legendary! I just couldn't help it. Then all of a sudden, Justin Allgaier took the lead and jumped ahead. Wow, that came out of nowhere. Eckes took second away from Jesse, and Hill is in fourth. And another huge wreck occurs. Seriously, I want you to guess who got involved with Carmosek. Yep, it's Leland Honeyman again. Who would have known? Like, Leland Honeyman gets involved in just as many cautions as Caution Hocevar, of course. Because of that, we have another red flag. Wow, 2 red flags in a row, and that's gonna be a new record for races in 2025. Even William Sawalich isn't safe. The red flag gets lifted, and the race goes back to yellow. Yeah, another quick red flag. What a big surprise, am I right? Several drivers come down to pit road yet again. No race off pit road, but Eckes has pit issues on pit road as fuel starts leaking out of the fuel can. Oh no, this could be a safety risk, especially when you know that this kind of fuel, and pretty much every kind of fuel, is flammable. If you have like some bit of methanol leaking and it catches fire, you're pretty much screwed and your day is over. Yeah, I know from experience because I've seen Daniel Suarez's car catch fire in the Coke Zero Sugar 400 last year's race. Even Zilich has issues on pit road as one of the tire changers had to make sure to see if one of the wheels would stay on as there might have been a loose lug. But anyways, the caution ends with the 2 Junior Motorsports cars battling for the lead. Justin Allgaier gets enough momentum to jump up to the lead, but Austin Hill is in second. Don't let him get past you, man! Ah, crap. Austin Hill got past him. Whoop-de-freaking-do. Austin Hillbilly got past that guy. Austin Hill wins the second stage of the 2025 United Rentals 250. I really hope that someone gets past him. He just did another stage sweep, which I don't want to see with Austin Hill. I'm sorry, I really don't like Austin Hill. He's one of my least favorite drivers in NASCAR. I can't let my anger get the best of me, though. I have to calm down. I have to make sure to be as calm as possible because I can snap when Austin Hill wins. It's a good thing Carson Hocevar hasn't won yet, am I right? Ryan Ellis is out of the race, but anyways, pit road is open and several drivers pitted in under caution. Eckes wins the race off pit road. The third and final stage begins with Daniel Dye leading. Carson Kvapil is in second. Jesse is in fifth. Holy crapper, Eric is in the lead. Yes! But Eckes might take it. Austin Hill just took second away from Eckes. Now, this is revenge for what happened with him and Austin Hill at Indianapolis. Remember what happened to him in that race, right? I think it's time that Eric gets a revenge arc. Even if Eric is a bushwhacker, Austin Hill still deserves payback for that one infamous wreck. And to make matters worse, and to rub salt in the wound, they didn't even get a good driver to replace him at Iowa. Yeah, they got Austin Dillon to take his place, and he wasn't that good in the number 20 car, 21 car. But I was wondering though, I was asking myself, why him? Why Austin Dillon? Like, why not Kyle Busch? Kyle Busch would have been better in that car, and probably would have won, but he would have prevented Sam Mayer from achieving a win, which was a big no-no, because we wanted Ford to win, right? A lot of people want Ford to win. Hold up, Allgaier just got the lead, and Hill just took the lead. Dang it! I wanted Justin Allgaier to win. He is not letting Justin Allgaier through. Even with 17 to go, Austin Hill still leads. Even with 5 to go, still no lead changes. Like, really, man, Austin frickin' Hillbilly is dominance at super speedways. With 2 to go, the caution comes out as another huge wreck occurred. Eric Almirola gets taken out. Oh, come on, not again. This is the second time. The race gets into the green-white checkered phase because of this. Like before, 10 cars got involved in the wreck. Hopefully, this will give Allgaier a chance to pass Austin Hill. But anyways, several drivers come down to pit road, but it's mainly for fuel. Only a few get tires. And Sammy Smith is right out of fuel. Dang it! Because the engines are carbureted, you will have a difficult time trying to refire the engine if there's no fuel in the car. Thankfully, Sammy Smith is back in the race. Hopefully he'll win at Martinsville. I want to see him win at Martinsville. Even Austin Hill's car might run out of gas. Anyways, the race restarts with, what do you freaking expect? Austin Hill continuing to lead. Josh Williams just ran out of fuel. Even with him running out of fuel, Austin Hill still wins. Yeah, even with the risk of him running out of fuel. Good lord, yeah, I was hoping that Carson Kvapil will win. This race is still one to forget. It gets a 6 out of 10. It got exciting until the end when Austin Hill took the win. And believe me, I don't like seeing any race where Austin Hill won. So yeah, the race was pretty good, but Austin Hill kind of killed any excitement that the race had. And people often say that you're more likely to pass in the Xfinity car than the next-gen car, but this race proves it wrong, because you will have drivers like Jesse Love and Austin Hill pulling off Trip Murphy-style blocking maneuvers and trying to block both lanes. And that could be an issue for guys who want to win, especially guys besides the Richard Childress boys wanting to get their win at super speedways. This could be a potential issue. He is pretty much like the Xfinity Series equivalent of Joey Logano. Hopefully, the Cup Series race will be better. But anyways, speaking of which, here's the Cup Series race for you. Greetings, NASCAR enjoyers, and welcome back to the Talladega, everyone. Talladega! Let's go away. Yeah, that's a Daytona USA reference, by the way. Yeah, I hope that Sega will add Talladega in a new Daytona USA game if they ever get to it. But anyways, this year's Talladega Fall Race begins with Josh Berry, of all drivers, jumping to the lead. Holy crapper! I cannot believe what I'm seeing. Giggles Logano is right behind him. Of course it had to be him, right? Because Austin Hill won the other race. So you'd think that Joey Logano, aka Giggles Logano, would be the one to win the fall race, since he's the most hated, and hate's a strong word by the way, driver in the Cup Series garage aside from Carson Hocevar, of course. And SVG is in third. Never mind, he fell back to 4. Still impressive for a guy who is not known for ovals. Bushy is running in second. Yeah, that's Kyle Busch, by the way, and he really wants that win. Berry just fell back to 5th, and Priest is now running in second. Holy crapper! Bushy is back in the lead! This is unbelievable! Kyle Busch has never led a lap in years! Yeah, really good, isn't it? And SVG is right behind him, and the race gets 4 wide already. Josh Berry is back in the lead. Holy crapper! Hamlin just jumped from 30th to 1st! Brad K took the lead for a brief moment until Bushy got back. We get our first set of pit stops, and Josh Berry will be one of those drivers to take the risk. More drivers come down to pit road and most take fuel, so no tires as of now. Brad K is back in the lead until he too pits in. Austin Cindric is leading until, yep, you guessed it, he decides to come down to pit road. AJ Allmendinger is now leading, which is rare considering that he never leads on super speedways. And the caution just came out as AJ Allmendinger gets involved with Noah Gragson and 6 other drivers. 8 drivers got involved in that caution. Jeez. No one is safe here. The wreck is caused by Eric Jones. It had to be him. Several drivers come down to pit road during caution. Chase Elliott also got involved in the wreck, and his car had to get towed in for repairs. But anyways, the caution ends with Logano leading. No! Yeah, I don't like it when Logano leads any race. Yeah, that Texas race is probably the worst race in 2025 because of the frickin' Logano victory. What a big surprise, am I right? Hopefully someone will get past him. And someone does! Reddick is now leading in battles Ty Gibbs for the lead, but Gibbs manages to win the first stage of the 2025 Yellowwood 500 at the Talladega. But anyways, several drivers pit in under caution. The second stage begins with Prosper, Texas, that's Chris Buescher, and Ty Dillon battling for the lead. Josh Berry just got back to the lead again. The race goes 3 wide, and Bushy is trying his best to take the lead away from Berry. Both Bushy, that's Kyle Busch, and Berry want the lead. If Kyle Busch wins, it could be an upset. Holy crapper! Kyle Busch just took the lead. Yes! Reddick is now trying to battle Bushy for the lead. Denny Hamlin and Chase Briscoe are out in front, though Hamlin isn't here to win. He's just here to have a clean race and get some points. Holy crapper! McDowell just got the lead and we avoided another caution! Anthony Alfredo pushed another driver out of the way, though Bushy is about to prevent him from achieving his underdog victory. Yeah, it's a good thing that we avoided another caution. McDowell just got the lead back. More free wide action ensues, and now Cody Ware is in the mix. Wait, what? No, that's something you don't see every day. Bushy is back in the lead again. Like I said, he really wants that win. McDowell continues to battle Bushy for the lead. Barry is back in the lead again and trades blows with Bushy. Barry takes the lead away from Bushy, but Bushy takes the lead back. And who said you can't pass in the next-gen car? I mean, Talladega proves that you can pass in the next-gen car. The two continue to battle for the lead. Here we go. We get our next set of green flag pit stops. Briscoe and Prosper, Texas are now the two drivers that are battling each other for the lead. And SVG loses control right when he enters pit road. Man, pit road sure is busy. This could bring out a caution. As expected, the caution just came out when SVG gets stuck in the grass. Several drivers come down to pit road during caution. No race off pit road this time around, but anyways, the caution ends with Briscoe leading. Larson is trying his best to take the lead from Briscoe. Briscoe ends up blocking any passing attempt that Larson attempts. Even with his best efforts, Briscoe still wins Stage 2 of the 2025 Yellowwood 500. But anyways, several drivers come down to pit road during the stage caution. This time, Nematode wins the race off pit road. Wait, what? Legacy Motor Club is not known for good pit stops, by the way. It's really surprising that a Legacy boy won the race off pit road. The third and final stage begins with Nematode and Bushy battling for the lead. Reddick takes second away from Bushy. Hubba Bubba, that's Bubba Wallace, is now in the lead. Holy crapper, Suarez is now leading. Ah crap, Giggles Logano in the lead. Can someone please get past him? Riley Herbst blew a tire. Finally, McDowell got past Logano. McDowell lost the lead, but he does try to get it back again. Chastain got ahead of McDowell. He even took the lead from Logano for a brief moment. Taco Bell, that's Christopher Bell by the way, is battling Chastain for second. And he just got past the Melon Man himself. Hopefully the pit stops will come into play. Todd Gilliland just joined the chat and battles Logano for the lead. SVG is running in 12th after his incident. Yeah, he's back in the race somehow. Impressive, isn't it? Logano and Gilliland continue to go at it. And Cody Ware loses control and causes another caution. To make matters worse, Denny Hamlin's car has clutch issues. But anyways, several drivers come down to pit road during caution. Blaney wins the race off pit road. The caution ends with Todd Gilliland and Blaney battling for the lead. Larson attempted to get past Blaney, but wasn't able to do it. However, Gilliland was able to clear Blaney. Blaney even pushes Gilliland to the lead. Larson just took the lead away from Gilliland and he has to deal with Zane Smith and Daniel Suarez. Chastain pushes Zane Smith to the lead. Holy crapper! The battle for the lead intensifies as both FRM cars battle for the lead and it goes free wide for a brief moment. Gilliland gets the lead back thanks to a push from Larson. Prosper, Texas pushes Briscoe to the lead. Briscoe blocks Larson who attempted to get past him. Free Willy, aka William Byron, is now leading, until Hubba Bubba, aka Bubba Wallace, took the lead. Byron took the lead until Prosper, Texas took it away from him. Prosper, Texas gets taken out by Free Willy and Caution Hocevar, and causes the next caution. Both Logano and Blaney come down to pit road, but anyways. The race gets into the green-white checkered phase, and it restarts with both Hendrick drivers battling for the lead. Hubba Bubba shoves Larson out of the way, and it's the final lap. The battle is on, and Larson ran out of gas, so yeah, he just lost his chances to win. After that insane finish, Disco Briscoe takes the win after getting pushed by Ty Gibbs and joins Hamlin and locking himself into the championship 4. The race gets a 9 out of 10. It had a really insane finish, but sadly Free Willy won't be locking into the championship 4 after race. Oh well, we still have Martinsville, and it's impressive that Chase Briscoe was able to lock himself into the championship 4, but yeah, Lewis Hamilton is still no championship threat in Formula 1, especially when leaving Mercedes to join Ferrari, just like how Chase Briscoe left a Ford team, and yes, he was really known for being a Ford aficionado until he joined a Toyota team. The same thing happened with Lewis Hamilton, but on a much bigger scale, and for driver that is much bigger news. Yeah, Lewis Hamilton still hasn't won that race because of the Verstappen and McLaren dominance. Yeah, pretty sad, isn't it? Here's to hoping that Free Willy or another playoff spoiler will win at the paperclip. But anyways, I'm going to sign off. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell just in case I haven't already done so. Catch you guys next time. Peace out.